Hello, everyone. It's Crystal here with your July 28th, 2020 daily tarot reading. This is for Tuesday, of course. I hope I have the date right. If I didn't say it right, then just forgive me. But either way it goes, as always, we are picking up on the overall vibe, spiritual advice for the day. And today we have, if you can't see, it says the Hermit. Beautiful cards. I love this deck. The Hermit in reverse. I thought it was very, very interesting that we have all major arcana cards. So today is a huge, huge day. We have the Shaman, beautiful. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. I don't have my glasses on, so please bear with me. So the Hermit in reverse. And first off, I love this deck. Okay, and what I want to say first is that this really, really brought to me, yes, the Hermit is all about, like just Xing yourself out of society, not being bothered with people anymore, just kind of being over humanity to the point to where it's just like, I have to get away. I can't take it anymore. People are not seeing the truth. I'm getting annoyed with the fact that people are so whatever it might be. Like the Hermit is not afraid to be alone. And that's a great thing. But when it's in reverse, it goes from spiritual isolation time away to, get me together to a place of being extremely lonely to where it causes immaturity. One of the greatest gifts in life is to learn and to be able to teach what you know. I always thought like the craziest thing, I always would make friends with just different types of people in school. And the people who were super intelligent and just held all of that knowledge in, I never understood it because I'm like, why are you not telling people this? Like, people want to know, talk and tell people what it is. I've always been like a pusher or something. And I would always want them to express what they knew. We want to hear you. You need to be heard. I was doing a reading with someone the other day and I just felt so bad because, she was expressing how in her relationships with people, friendships and whatnot, she's never able to express herself. Or when she speaks, she instantly feels like people just don't want to hear what she has to say. And I get where she's coming from and it sucks. And it's a hard pill to swallow when you feel like no one cares what you have to offer or what you have to say. But I think that all starts with the insecurity of our own. Most of the time, if we find ourselves in a position of doubting what the love that people will give us, and not to say that you haven't had real life experiences to make you feel this way, but whatever you focus on grows. And so sometimes we're children who become adults, and we remember those moments to where we were hushed or to where no one cared what we said, or maybe we weren't pretty enough, or maybe we didn't have anything that made us stand out. I know I was a middle child and I always felt so like just unheard, so I know how it feels. But I realized something about my life the moment I came out of hermit mode, because I used to do this. I was a person who used to super isolate myself. I wouldn't talk to people. I felt like I was unheard based off some things that have happened in my life. But this is the thing. Once I realized that who cares what people want to hear? I have something to say. And if I say it, just maybe someone will care. And before you knew it, I went from a complete hermit to where I literally did not talk to people really. I was very quiet. If it, even within my family, I was very to myself. And I just turned into this social butterfly. But it took that moment of breaking out and not caring about what people feel or what I sound like or what I look like, but just saying it because I felt it from my heart. So somebody needs to understand that's listening to this that you will be heard and that the people who are meant to listen will listen. And anyone else, don't give them the opportunity to keep emotionally dumping on you or to keep talking to you and venting to you and talk, 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 talk. And then when it's your turn to speak, you can't even get a word in edgewise, or they're instantly cutting you off. And and don't get me wrong, like I have conversations all the time. Have I cut people off? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not talking about when you accidentally do it because you're just really submerged in the conversation. I'm talking about when you're just so used and you're wanting so much attention that you can never give people their chance to speak. And if that's a best friend relationship and you're dealing with people like that, that's really sad. And it was so funny. One of my best friends, she was like, I am so sorry, friend. My mom said the other day I cut people off all the time, and she's a Gemini. And I'm like, really? I'm like, I never noticed it. We were probably doing it to each other, but it's different when you're just excited about conversation and you're bouncing off each other versus when a person feels like they can't speak. So speak up for yourself. Practice if you have to. I used to have to do a lot of mirror work, which not the conventional way, I guess, of doing mirror work, but just talking to myself to train myself to like just do little silly stuff, just getting in the swing of being able to use my voice and my throat chakra at a high level. So, once you just I don't need anybody after the world, me against the world. I don't need nobody. It's just me. When you get into that and you stay at that place for too long, yeah, sometimes you do have to kind of cut people off and just do you. But when it becomes your mantra of life, and when you become that type of person who just is known for constantly being a loner, and it's going to come a time to where you wish you would have come out of that box, or it's going to come a time to where maybe you do need that helping hand, and because you were so closed off for so long, you don't have that help or assistance. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Also, the hermit can be a person who some of you all are dealing with in your life to where they don't want to hear anything outside of their perspective. It's always about how they see things. It's like a very narcissistic personality disorder individual or something. Like the hermit in reverse is a Virgo who's a con artist. It's not the Virgo who is really learning themselves and being transparent and working hard. No, it's the Virgo, and it's a lot, and I don't know what it is. It's so weird, and I love all my Virgos out there, but it blows my mind how in the astrological community everyone just completely like walks over or ignores Virgo's shadow side, and they try to give Pisces all this crap and try to make Pisces, and yes, sometimes Pisces are very delusional, but let's not forget Virgo is the opposite of Pisces. So yes, they can say, oh no, Virgos are very sane, Pisces are very insane. That's not true. Just the Pisces is, a lot of times they can't hide it like Virgo can hide it. Virgo can hide it, and instead of being that person who's on the beach smoking a blunt, showing people that they, get high and escape, they're low-key popping pills. Yeah, they're a workaholic because they're high as hell. And, I love Virgos, but they get away with that a lot. And not all Virgos are like that, right? But it's just the lower octave. Every zodiac sign has their higher and their lower. So, and I'm saying this because the hermit is Virgo in the tarot. It's like you get too isolated, you cut too many people off, eventually you burn too many bridges. Now the next card we have is the shaman. Man. And this girl ain't playing no games. This woman, this entity, this energy, she's definitely about that life. Okay. And I just want to read a little passage. So this card is all about being awakened, obviously. Vision, mysticism, intuition, wisdom. Okay. The dark brings many illusions and deceptions that one must face because beneath it lies the truth. Life is bland and unfulfilled until we relinquish control and embrace mystery and uncertainty. We encourage the conjurer who, like a child, tinkered and explored all that they could. They have failed over and over, just like scientists do, letting the small victories fuel the hunger for more knowledge. They are driven deeper They were driven deeper down an almost never-ending rabbit hole where the shamans dwell. The shaman seeks the truth from within, unafraid to face their emotions and true nature, to find the answers they're looking for. Their awareness of their connection to all is like the conjurer, seeks exploration of the world, even more vast than what lies before their eyes. The universe or source is their crown. The energy, a constant swirl, brings moments of clarity and a sense of knowing that we all experience. So this is super dope. Of course, this is about magic, occult, psychology, spirituality, being tuned in. And it's been this constant conversation in a very weird way. Me and one of my good friends, Ellie, were talking about this, about the shadow side and how it's not a bad thing. It's just something that needs to be acknowledged and dealt with so that you're not projecting that darkness on other people. And all people have it. We all have our dark side. We all have things that we have to work on. But the problem is, and I have to reiterate this because first off, I'm not trying to ever offend anyone, but I definitely don't want to offend the people who it's not even meant to offend. You know what I mean? Everybody is doing work. No one is 100% where they want to be. I don't care who you are. And I don't think it's this constant, it's never enough. It's never enough. Of course, we're learning to be in the present, but what I mean by that is life is this constant cocoon. We're growing, we're facing. But the problem is, you all, if you jump into the spiritual realm too early on and you don't even understand what that means to do shadow work, which ultimately is that fearlessness. Now, yes, will things come up? We're humans. Of course, we're still going to have fear sometimes. We're still going to have uncertainty. But the shaman knows that, look, I face this, and once I snap out of it, yes, I'll have my human experiences that try to take me overboard and try to make me feel like I can't. But it said, just like a scientist, those failures are, every little breakthrough is a breakthrough, even through trial and error. And sometimes we forget that resilience is what builds us ultimately and makes us the greatest shaman, not by breaking at everything that has tried to make us fold. And then we have the will. Like, today is not playing any games. Like, go into today, and if you have to have deep introspection, so be it. But go in knowing that this is a powerful day. I definitely can manifest supercharged blessings because you have the wheel of fortune. Now, this is saying, yes, in life we have the good. Sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down. But the wheel of fortune, when it's upright, is saying, here, let me gift you with something. You've been working hard enough. You've been really putting in their work. You haven't just been, and even still, some people who just literally requested and just trust the universe, it'll fall in their lap today. Whether that's a callback for a job that you've been waiting on, or whether that's a paycheck or something in the works, it might not hit today, but it'll hit soon. It's being conjured today. So this is great. And I hope that everybody feels this very powerful energy that you can possess today. I'm so grateful to my friend who got me these cards. They are super deep and amazing. I hope you all like this reading, and I will see you tomorrow.